I'm Gabby Miko.
And I'm Jenna Rosenthal.
And we're part of the Young Journalist Spring Break Camp for WHYY.
Today we're interviewing people and asking them what they'd do if they had $1 million.
Every day, people in Philadelphia go to work to make a living. On average, the American worker makes $50,000 a year. Depending on their situation, that amount of money only helps them to get by.
Today we went out and asked people off the streets what they would do if they were given $1 million.
Since I was homeless like a couple of years ago, I would definitely build like tons and tons of buildings to get homeless people off the streets.
If I had $1 million, I would definitely travel. I'm traveling here to Philadelphia, but I'd probably go a little further if I had the chance. Also, I would help my family out, and I would help out other charities that I give to already, but I'd be able to give a lot more.
I think that I would try to do some good with it for my family, and I think that I would try to finance my daughter's graduate school.
I will put a hospital. I will travel around the world and I will help the people, starting with my family and friends.
I would probably travel a lot. I would like to go to Hawaii and like Europe, and then I would give some money to a charity.
According to Forbes magazine, there are 8.39 million millionaires in the U.S. That's less than 3% of the U.S. population.
There are two types of people in this world, those who save and those who spend. What type are you?
Well, how fast can I build buildings? I mean, if I could get that all done in a year, I would spend it in a year. So the faster I can build it, the faster I get the homeless people off the street.
Well, I teach high school now, but I used to be in finance and investment, so I think it could last me the rest of my life. I don't think I would spend it all. I'd be able to invest it well enough that I could hang on to it, I hope.
I will do a budget, so that will be like for as long as I live.
Well, I would like to save most of it so it could last most of my life, but I would still continue to work.
I'd try to save. I'd probably try not to use it as fast.
Some people who were given the opportunity to have $1 million chose to give some to charity. Organizations like the Red Cross, Susan G. Komen Foundation, and more always accept donations of any quantity.
The average amount of money a family spends in 1 year is about $43,000. We asked people what they thought most of this money is spent towards.
Personal items like vehicles that they really don't need, bigger houses that they really don't need.
Well, I would say in general, probably people's biggest bill in general is their mortgage or rent if they're renting. So I would say that's probably the most that most people spend.
Housing and daily living, keeping their families, taking care of their families.
Maybe food. A lot of people buy like lunch, especially downtown. People go out and get their lunch, or groceries are expensive sometimes too.
Everything. You're like probably like, I don't know, clothes and like shopping.
If you had been given the chance to have $1 million, what would you do? I'm Jenna Rosenthal.
And I'm Gabby Miko.
For WHYY Young Journalists, stay classy, Philadelphia.